Let's talk environmental matters now. The leaders of 8 Amazon rainforest nations are meeting this week in Brazil to tackle pressing challenges facing the critical ecosystem. Representatives from Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Guyana, Peru, Suriname, and Venezuela will join the two-day meeting of the Amazon Cooperation Treaty Organization, which kicks off today in the northern Brazilian city of Belem. The summit comes months after Brazilian President Lula da Silva took office, promising to get Amazon deforestation down to zero by 2030 after years of destruction. President Lula, while speaking on the summit, revealed that the meeting will seek to draw up a common policy for the first time to protect the rainforest. International relations expert Uria Fancelli joins me now to speak more on the Amazon summit. Thank you for joining us on World Now. This is perhaps the first time a common policy to protect the rainforest will be drafted, particularly among the Amazon forest nations. It's also the first summit of the Amazon Treaty Organization since 2009. How strategic is this summit to fighting, menaces like deforestation rather, and also violence in that region?
Good afternoon, Ifemi. Thank you for having me. It's actually very strategic. It's an opportunity for the Brazilian president to actually accomplish some of his campaign promises, which was to protect the environmental again. We have to remember that before Lula was president, we had a complete environmental denialist in office who was Jair Bolsonaro, and he dismantled the fight against deforestation. We had the numbers of fires in the Amazon rainforest was very high. So it's actually very important now for the entire world that the Amazon countries come together and they try to find some agreement on tackling deforestation and also climate change. Other countries that are not part of the Amazon, they were also invited. Countries that also have rainforests in their territory, as for instance, Congo Brazzaville, Indonesia as well. And it's important that they come together and they come up with a plan so they can get to the larger international events such as COP, which will be held in Dubai in December, and they have a common strategy.
So it's one thing to formulate these strategies and policies, but it's a totally different ballgame to have them implemented. Brazil, for instance, is home to about 2/3 of the rainforest, and former President Bolsonaro was criticized for his economic development of the area, which resulted in a surge in deforestation. How much economic sacrifice is feasible now and affordable to save the Amazon? For instance, Brazil is considering drilling for oil near the mouth of the Amazon River, which is a potentially huge offshore revenue source.
Yes. Well, we have to know that in order to explore the Amazon, we don't need to destroy it, or we don't even need to drill oil. And actually, one of the things that are a point of difference between the Colombian President Gustavo Petro and President Lula is that there's going to be a final declaration in the end of the summit that will end tomorrow on Wednesday. And President Lula is more open to exploring oil, not to explore itself, but to the idea of having studies to know if it's safe or not and if it's worth it to explore oil in the Amazon. And the Colombian president is against it. And there will be other points that will be written in this declaration. For example, there will be the creation of intergovernmental panel on climate change, which is similar to the one that the UN already has. There will be a green coalition of international development banks to promote more resources to these regions. There will be criticism towards the trade barriers, referring to the ones that the European Union has. We have to know that we don't need to destroy it in order to explore, but at least it's something that is is being discussed now after a long time.
We're looking forward to the policies that will be formulated from this summit and how much impact it will have on the Amazon, a crucial basin sink absorbing all of the carbon dioxides for us, particularly the ones driving the climate crisis that we're currently faced with. Thank you so much for your contribution, international relations expert, Uria Fancelli.